You know what comes with Mason Miller, a lot of high octane. 55 ball games last year for the big right-hander. 28 saves under his belt. Jenny, I got to spend some time with this fella this offseason in preparation for the 2025 campaign. How about this? Highest average fastball velo, 100.9 miles an hour. We'll call it 101.
Came out with 100, dialed it down to 99, and a swing and miss from Ryan Bliss.
But the time spent with Mason in the offseason, I think, really revealed to a lot of folks just what an animal this guy is when it comes to his preparation. I think a lot of times you think about a closer who kind of goes out and just outstuffs people, but that is not the case at all with Mason Miller.
Here's the 1-2 to Bliss, and hits him on the slider. Strikeout number 1 in 2025 for Mason Miller.
I mean, Bliss misses this by about 2 feet. And that's what happens when you're geared up for 100+.
Victor Robles would represent the tying run. He drops his bat as that ball's inside.
Yeah, and Jenny, I can tell you in February, standing in the box against Mason Miller, while he's blowing 100+ miles an hour, not a ride you want to volunteer to get on.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you did. I'm going to be honest. I saw that video at the Slab Lab, and I was like, I am out.
Yeah, quickly rethought that.
I am good watching that from afar. 1-1 now for Robles. Miller peeks over at J.P. Crawford, and here's the pitch. Swing. Fouled off.
Well, again, you got him 1-2 now. I think if you can get one up just above the strike zone, you got a good chance to get Robles fishing.
And he gets him up top at 101. Tipped into the glove. Second strikeout here for Miller, and down to one final out for Seattle with Julio Rodriguez coming up.
Well, a beautiful job by Langoliers to read the swing from Robles. Kind of maybe cut a little too much of that slider the pitch before, and he said, here's the heater up top, go get it.
There's one strike. Timeout called. And J-Rod jumps out of the box as Miller will take a walk down, grab the rosin bag, and reset himself on the mound.
And you can hear the Mariners faithful chanting Julio.
And a swing and a miss. The slider again.
Well, you've got Julio Rodriguez talking to himself out there after missing that slider by about 1.5 miles. See if they just decide to take him for a walk a little further out there.
Here's the pitch, strike 3. Mason Miller goes slider down the middle, and no attempt from Julio Rodriguez. Save number 1 for Mason, and the A's have their second win of the season, 4-2.
Well, this is why Mason Miller is so tough. I mean, this is a slider absolutely painted on the black. And after Julio Rodriguez went fishing for the pitch before, Mason Miller had a ton of opportunities. It was just a matter of how he wanted to dispose of them.
Handshakes for the green and gold.